What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Sixth Man Show. We got a lot of great stuff to talk about, so let's get to it. Alright, this past weekend in the NBA was the All-Star weekend, and it was pretty awesome this year. Mostly All-Star Saturday night was what everybody's been talking about, because we had a lot of great things happening. But let's start from the beginning. So Friday night, we had the Celebrity Game and then the Rising Stars Challenge, and both were really fun to watch. The coaches for the Celebrity Game were Drake and Kevin Hart, and I love them both, so it was hard to pick a team. But it was still fun to watch. And then the Rising Stars Challenge, not like any other All-Star game where they mostly focus on fun plays and barely focus on defense. This was a competitive game on both sides, which was really fun to watch. Alright, now for the All-Star Saturday night, we had the skills competition, the three-point contest, and everybody's favorite, the dunk contest. And this year was really fun for the skills competition because this is the first year that they put bigs into the competition. And for some of the bigs, you had Karl Anthony Towns, DeMarcus Cousins, Draymond Green, and then you had the guards like Isaiah Thomas. I think Kyle Lowry was in there. Can't remember who was in there, but who cares? It was really fun, and a guard didn't win. One of the bigs won in Karl Anthony Towns. The reaction from the bigs was really funny. Alright, now for the next one, the three-point contest. Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors won that this year. And man, the Suns rookie Devin Booker, who was in it, he almost won it. He surprised a lot of people with how much he could make out there. Alright, and now for everybody's favorite, which was the dunk contest. It was a really great competition this year. In the finals, you had Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon throwing down amazing dunks. And who won it this year was Zach LaVine, who won it last year too. But in my opinion, I think Aaron Gordon should have won. He threw down one of the coolest dunks I've ever seen, and I'm going to show it to you right here. Woo! That dunk was cool. Alright, now for Sunday, which was the actual All-Star game, we had some history made. The West, they scored 196 points, and the East scored 173 points. That's the most points ever scored in NBA All-Star history. And the MVP this year was Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Alright, now let's move on to trade deadline stuff. This past Thursday was the trade deadline, and it was really quiet. Moves were made though, so let's talk about some of the moves that were made. Alright, the Chicago Bulls traded Kirk Hinrich to the Atlanta Hawks for a future first-round pick. Next, the Phoenix Suns traded troubled player for them this year, Markieff Morris, to the Washington Wizards for DeJuan Blair, Chris Humphries, and a future second-round pick. Now, some of the big moves that were going to happen, or people thought were going to happen, didn't happen. For example, everybody thought Dwight Howard was going to be moved by Houston. That didn't happen. And some of the last-minute rumors, they didn't happen either. Like, for example, Ty Lawson to the Jazz. That didn't happen. Pau Gasol to the Kings. That didn't happen. So maybe more moves will be done in the off season, or we just have to wait till next season's trade deadline. Alright, now for a pretty cool thing, a lot of NBA fans have their favorite player, and for me, since being into the NBA, I've gone through having a lot of favorite players, and I'm gonna go through some of the players that have been my favorite over the years since I've been into the NBA. Alright, number 1, Allen Iverson. He was really fun to watch, and he's the superstar that got me into the NBA. Alright, number 2, Vince Carter. Man, how could you not like Vince Carter, man? He threw down some of the most vicious dunks that I've ever seen. And 3, hometown favorite of the Sacramento Kings, Chris Webber. He was a beast in the post. And number 4, another Kings player, Doug Christie. Now for me, why I loved Doug Christie is that he was like a defensive specialist. And for me, playing in middle school and high school and rec leagues, I wasn't that good at offense, and so I focused a lot on defense, and I became a really good defender. And I learned most of that from watching how Doug Christie defends. Alright, moving on. After Doug Christie, another King, Kevin Martin. Now he was a smooth, quiet scorer who really got it done when he needed to. And then LeBron James. I think at one point LeBron James was everybody's favorite player. And then after him, this was kind of an iffy favorite player of mine, on and off for a few months. He was a short favorite player of mine, but Carmelo Anthony. And now my current favorite player, Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Alright, now going on to everybody's favorite segment, the Pissin' Me Off. The Pissin' Me Off segment this week is the Golden State Warriors. The first game they played after the All-Star break, they got absolutely murdered by the Portland Trail Blazers. And that's unacceptable to me. If you're the best team in the league, you should be beating teams that have, that you are probably going to play in the first round and sweep in the playoffs. Alright, so my message to the Warriors, just play every game and win the games you should win. Alright, now to end my show how I do every week, words of encouragement. This week's is, wherever you're leaded, make it the best. Alright, thanks for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, thanks for watching and peace.